All right, so today we're going to be talking about parallel lines. So there's two different approaches to drawing a parallel line. I'm going to walk you through both. Both of these approaches involve using constructions we've already learned so far. So this first example I'm going to show you involves using perpendicular lines. So the steps just kind of talk about the constructions you've already done. If you need more steps on how to do this, refer to the previous page on the perpendicular lines. But the first thing it wants me to do is construct a perpendicular line that goes through the point. So I'm going to put the bullseye on the point, move the slide just below the line and draw an arc that intersects the line at 2 points. Okay, so it's intersecting right there at B and then this point right here. Now, to draw the perpendicular line, I just bisect between those 2 points. So put the bullseye on one point, move the slide more than halfway towards the other. You draw a big arc. And then the same thing on the other point. And the staple gets in the way. Love that staple. Okay. And then the last thing you're going to do to draw on that perpendicular line is you're going to connect those two intersections with that point. So line it up with the flat edge of your compass and just draw a straight line. Notice I made my line probably a little bit longer than it needs to, because to do the parallel line, what it's going to want me to do next is it's going to want me to rotate my paper 90 degrees, so onto its side. Okay. Then it wants me to construct another perpendicular line going through that point, but this time the perpendicular line is going to be going this way. Okay. So I'm still going to be using point D, it's just on the line now that I'm going to be drawing a perpendicular line through. Okay, so to draw a perpendicular line when the point is on the line, just place the bullseye on the point, move the slide below the line. Again, the important part is that it intersects the line in 2 spots. Oh. Okay. So I've got 2 intersections here. So I'm going to bisect between those 2 intersections. So you place the bullseye on one intersection, move the slide more than halfway towards the other, draw a big arc, and the staple's right there. Okay. And then place the bullseye on the other intersection, draw another big arc. And if you do this right, you line up the 2 intersections with the point. And if you do it right, that line you just drew in should be parallel to the original line. Okay? So that's one method of doing it, just 2 perpendicular lines. You draw one, then you turn your paper 90 degrees, draw another one that goes through the line you just made. Okay, the second approach involves copying an angle. Okay, so on the example here it says connect point A to D. You may not have like them labeled on like your assignments or tests, but basically either the end point of the line or whatever point on your line, you would connect it to the point that's not on your line to create an angle. And the step says to make the line go past point D. So you're not just connecting it, you're making the line go past it like this. Okay? So that creates an angle right here. Now what I'm going to do to make the parallel line is I'm going to copy this angle onto this line segment right here. Okay? So basically I'm kind of treating this like my line segment right there. So if I were to turn it, like the angle's going to copy. So the second line goes this direction. So you're going to have to copy your angle kind of upside down a little bit here. But again, so this would be the line that I'm going to be copying the angle to. So once I have that written to copy an angle, I just place the bullseye on the vertex, move the slide like a medium distance away from the vertex, and draw an arc that intersects both sides of the angle. And then using that same setting, I go to my new line segment, which is on point D here, and I'm going to draw that same arc, but again I want the line to be coming out this way, so the arc is going to be going down like this. Okay? Then, again, the most important part of copying an angle is this step right here, is 5 and 6 on your notes, where you place the bullseye on one intersection on your original angle and move the slide window over the other, lock in that setting, and that was step 5. And then step 6, you were to place the bullseye on the one intersection on the line you're copying to, and you draw an arc. Okay? That gives you an X, basically. X marks the spot here. So, to finish copying the angle, you line up that X with the point, so point D, and you just draw a line connecting those two. And if you do that right, the line you draw in should be parallel to the original line.